I'm just sitting here watching the spinning things go round and round. I really love to watch them roll. There's a plastic bison right there. And this steer, this longhorn, his horns have fallen off. This guy needs to be hauled around on a trailer. He's getting a little plump. That would be me if I wouldn't have stopped eating barbecue every single day. And I just noticed this little corridor of skulls and horns. And look at this guy. Whoa. Creepy. Whatever that place was not open yet, and I heard something rummaging around in there, and I had to skedaddle. It's my second channel, daily vlog channel. My shirt is very wrinkled. This wrinkled. It's my second channel, daily vlog channel. It's a daily. I need coffee. I'm not sure what Texas pecan flavor is, but I'm gonna give it a shot. It's a little warm. I can kind of taste pecan, or maybe it's all in my mind. Who knows? Looks like I got the whole road to myself. I'm not complaining. Just stating a fact. It's just me. It's just me right now on this road. What are you guys up to? Yeah, having a little breakfast? Yeah, gross. Stopped off here at the very, very tiny community of Luckenbach. The cemetery only has 4 graves. Look at the dates on the ones in the back. Born in 1822, died in 1880. It is said that one of the original residents of town constructed an airplane-like device predating the Wright brothers, but they stole my idea and got all the credit. Who knows if that's true or not? The town originally started to diminish and became a ghost town, but current day it is used as a predominantly country venue. And remember, no biobs. Keep those biobs out of here. Members of the Luckenbach family and other German immigrants moved here from Fredericksburg in the 1850s, 11 miles away. They settled along Grape Creek and soon established a school for their children. And there's chickens out here. And the original post office still sitting here. There appears to be a statue of the one and only Hondo. Al Bundy, he loved that guy. Hello there. I'm getting flashbacks of that crazy goose. I'm just gonna stand still. I'm just gonna stand still. Pay no attention to me. Pay no attention to me, please. I'm going inside. Keep your distance. There's Hondo's hooch holder. I don't think that's the hooch holder. I think that's the hooch holder. A very good assortment of bumper stickers. Some relics of the past behind the counter. Look at some of those products. They don't even make half of these anymore. Pretty neat little gift shop. And over here is the original fire burning stove. You continue to the rear of the building. There's a bar out back. All along the walls are pictures of people who have visited here over the years. And currently, people are hanging out in here, just enjoying the day. That's the way to do it. Just relax and enjoy the day. You could learn a thing or two from this cat. I would imagine many a good time have been had back here in this area. Maybe even as recently as last night. There's a bunch of tents and campers on the property. This armadillo is thinking to himself, I don't know how to play this stupid thing. Why did you hand it to me? I have no idea how to play a musical instrument. I like the way they have repurposed all these old buildings. Keeping them going. Oh, starting to get into a little bit of the hilly country. I randomly turned onto this back road and look over here to the left. Sign that says Wiener Dog Heaven. I'm thinking maybe back there where those trees have grown up used to be a pet cemetery. That's the best explanation I can come up with. This is the site of the original Luckenbach school. This is where all the kids would do their learning. Right here. Herman Toperwine was the first teacher in 1905. There's also this very rundown building next to it and some stables in the back. It's always fascinating that one day you could be in the midst, the mecca of traffic and people, and then a few hours later, you're in the middle of nowhere. There's no one around, not even sharing the road with anyone. Just something to think about. This metal longhorn just chilling there. Is that a longhorn or is that like a demon mule? Demon mule, demon mule. Oh, freaking A right, boys. Freaking A right, boys. We're heading into the LBJ State Park. President Lyndon Baines Johnson says all visitors must obtain a permit at the headquarters. I'm not really sure why you need a permit. It doesn't cost anything. I think it's just so they can give you some information and guide maps of the property. But nonetheless, I have obtained one. In order to get across this river, at one point, there was this very bizarre pathway that Lyndon Johnson had created where he could drive across. Here's him and Lady Bird Johnson, the First Lady. I don't know what happened to this area. I'm not seeing that very interesting bridge. But man, that's cool. I want to cross over that in Large Marge. How come that still doesn't exist? Whoa, I think I found it. This is freaking amazing. There is a road created with the intention of driving across a waterfall. It's not in use anymore. You can't drive across it. But that, I want that one day. One day, if I ever have a home again, I want that. That's awesome. I know I'm getting overly excited about that, but mind blowing. What's up, fellas? Did you see back there that there is a waterfall that you can drive a car? Well, you can't drive a car, but you could walk or stampede across. Get a great photo op. Yeah. Not interested, huh? Gosh, party poopers! He spent a huge portion of his life on this property from birth, and he even learned to read in that school at the top of the hill. The 36th president of the United States was born in that house. Over time, the house fell into major disrepair. Even when he was alive, he had it repurposed and restructured to give it the look as it did back when he was born.
That was the day Lyndon Baines Johnson discovered America.
Before the former First Lady passed away, she gave a narration, a tour, and I just realized by listening to that the original house was torn down because it was so decrepit, and they built this one in its place. And another interesting fact is, right across the way here, over this hill, is where her and her husband are buried. The original cemetery in this area is across the river there. When one of the first members of the Johnson family passed away, they could not get across the water due to flooding. So they were buried here across the water, thus starting the Johnson family cemetery. Many generations were buried here. In fact, him and Lady Bird would come out here with the children very often to pay their respects to the family. It is even said sometimes late at night he could be seen sitting on these walls under these trees, doing a little contemplating and a little thinking. I even found an old photo where the family was sitting right here on top of the wall next to this pillar while visiting the cemetery. That's incredible. That is the spot a president sat. And only a few feet from where that photo was taken is where his final resting place is, in the same cemetery. A flag has been placed in front of his headstone, and to the left of him is his wife. She lived till 2007, a very long life. He passed away in 1973. This is the backside, the far end of the property, just so you can get kind of a perspective on how big the ranch was. The tree line off in the distance, that's the river, and the cemetery I was just at. You'll notice just along that grass there is a paved area. That is a runway. Where the presidential plane would land and take off from. And the property is still used to this day as a ranch. They're just roaming free. Roaming free. You guys are now currently in the vlog. You want to give a shout out to anyone? You want to give a shout out to anyone in the vlog? Anybody? You want to give a shout out? This building that is now the visitor center used to be the airplane hangar. Here's an old photo of the president in front of that same building. And speaking of airplanes, there's his personal one right there. On board, he's holding his beagle. The beagle looks either very bored, is trying to say, this guy, look up here, very surprised at what the beagle is saying. It was known as the Air Force 1/2. Get it? Air Force 1/2. And I'm not making that up either. That's what it was really called. And it looks as if I'm allowed to go inside. Kind of. There's a wall here. You can kind of go inside. But you can get a good shot through the glass. Imagine being a fly on the wall during the administration. Oh, the things you would learn. Inside this room are some of the automobiles that were used on property. These were his cars. Oh, check it out. This is the one in the photo of him driving in front of the waterfall. Now that's cool. I don't know what my infatuation is with that waterfall, but I love it. They would gas up at these very fuel pumps. They called this the Texas White House. Between Washington, D.C. and here, a lot of the important presidential decisions were made. Some in front of these oak trees in the front yard. True story. The shade of the tree in front of you often served as a makeshift meeting room for Johnson's cabinet. Right there. They just put a table up and some chairs and lounged out underneath the shade.
The president shouted, "The brakes don't work. The brakes won't hold. We're going in. We're going under." The car splashed into the water. I started to get out. Just then, the car leveled, and I realized we were in an amphicar. The president roared with laughter. As we putted along the lake then and throughout that evening, he teased me. "Vicky, did you see what Joe did?" he said. "He didn't give a damn about his president. He just wanted to save his own skin and get out of the car."
I'm pretty certain the runway isn't used anymore. Not since Air Force 1/2. It's a pretty narrow road. Another car was coming my direction. Might be tough to squeeze both vehicles on this road. Crossing my fingers if that doesn't happen. Large Marge. She takes up a lot of space. Hello, llama. You having a good day so far? Want to hop in the RV with me? Take a cruise? Little road trip, me and you? How about it, llama? Yes? Or no? Yes or no, llama? Gotta make a decision. Life is short. Yes or no? Fine. You snooze, you lose, llama. You snooze, you lose. Vlog over.